Martin. Thank you for
Hello, hi,
joining.
Sophie. Happy to be here.
This is Songs for World Peace Artist Interview 2023. And today we have Martin Galeas from Ecuador. And could you introduce yourself by saying what year you participated in this initiative as well as your song title?
I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for the invite. I participated in Songs for World Peace in 2020. I believe it was during COVID or
That's
around
right.
lockdown. Sueño con la paz, which means I dream with peace. So yeah, it's been 3 years now. Can't believe it.
True. Time flies. Can I ask what motivated you to compose this song about world peace and then participated in the initiative? Two questions, I
Well,
guess.
I think mainly during that time it was for me as artists, and I think for everyone as artists, we were thinking of how to share a good message because people were just having bad news all the time in TV, in news, with their families, in every single conversation. So I think music was kind of like a way to escape from reality for some people, and especially for artists. We were kind of like responsible, if you want to see it in that way, of sharing good news. And I think COVID showed us that we are good as human beings, but we could have discrepancies which could lead to like fights or people saying really bad things in social media and stuff like that. And I just realized we need to remember that we're beings of peace in some kind of ways. I wanted to compose something that shared that feeling and thoughts in my head of it would be nice to have this world where everything is peaceful and people understand each other. I think that was the main motivation.
Thank you. That's an amazing motivation. And
Thanks.
I'm really grateful that you joined for this initiative.
Thank you.
Can I ask, what does your song tell the world? And can you share with us the background and then what brought you to write this song?
Yeah, so basically the song tells about this vision that I have of just dreaming about the world being in peace all the time. I know it sounds a bit impossible because I guess conflict needs to be there at some point, but it would be nice to have this place where everyone is safe and everyone has peace. Every single living creature. I mean, it's not only people. I would include animals and plants here as well, because it would be nice to live in this world where everything works fine. I think that's what my song kind of like talks about, dreaming about this dream. Yeah. And the background of the song, I think, yeah, it's basically this. And I wanted to also merge a bit of my musical taste in it. So I used kind of like my references. I like some artists and some styles and my personal style. So I tried to join that together into this song. It was fun because I remember doing this during COVID in the lockdown. I couldn't talk to any of my musician peers, so I played all the instruments, and it didn't sound as amazing as it would have sounded if someone else played. But I think that actually made it special as well because I did all of it. So yeah, it was fun.
So that was all you.
Yeah, I believe if I'm not mistaken, because I can't remember clearly, but I believe it was only me. Yeah, I,
Oh,
I believe I recorded everything in my studio. Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Okay, that's something I didn't know. Okay, so can I ask what did your song and or your participation in the initiative positively impacted you?
yeah. I think me personally it was a good way of like telling things out because during COVID we were kind of like in an alone environment most of the time because we couldn't go out. We were in lockdown, so it was a good like it was a safe space to shout out, if I could say.
Mm.
I think it was a positive impacting me because I was able to share stuff and feelings and yeah, all my thoughts throughout music. So it was kind of like a good place or a good way to actually speak out, I would say.
That's really beautifully put. Safe space to shout out.
Yeah, I think that's how it impacted me, to be honest, because especially because of the time we were living in at that point, because it wasn't easy to be in a lockdown for that long. We weren't sure of what's going on with the world, what was going to happen with everyone. We were very worried about something wrong happening to our parents or to our families. So it was a lot of concerns in ourselves, and I think yeah, music is always the tool to like share and just let go,
Mhm.
and it's always helpful for the people that plays the music and for the people that listens, I would say.
Thank you. And can I ask, how did your song or your participation in the initiative positively affected your friend and then family members?
I would say kind of like the same thing. I think when I shared the song, it impacted them in having a good message, in forgetting about the bad things for a moment and just focusing on the good things in life for a second. But yeah, I believe the message in the song and just listening to music is always a positive impact in everyone. So I believe that's how it impacted them.
Thank you. How about your community? Might be similar to family and friends,
Yeah,
but
I
it can be
believe I
your
believe it
fans.
was I believe it was similar. We were kind of like living a similar thing as well. So I believe the impact was kind of like the same. I would put my family in part of the community, if that makes sense.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And if relevant, what are the challenges for you to be involved in social change as an artist? And how could Songs for World Peace help you?
I think challenges to being involved in social change as an artist.
Hmm.
I actually think as artists, we are lucky enough to have a tool, which is the art, to be involved in social change in many campaigns. I think if you're a person that does not do any art at all, so you're not a musician or I don't know, a photographer or whatever, a dancer or whatever, it's a bit harder to be part of a campaign itself, because I think talent does help you to get involved into more stuff. So I believe as artists we're kind of like blessed to be involved in campaigns, because for example this one, if we weren't, I don't know if we're all like professional musicians, but I think we are all talented with a gift of music. If we didn't have this, it would be harder to be part of a campaign like this. Yeah. So I don't see many challenges as artists in being involved in stuff that's gonna help or have a positive message or impact for community or yeah, for people in society. And yeah, that's actually how I think this works. And I think this initiative also helped me a lot personally to do a lot of networking with other musicians and peers, which was very helpful because at that time I was producing a campaign about music from Ecuador around the world and stuff like that. And I met some people from Songs for World Peace, artists that helped me with that campaign as well. So it was beneficial for that as well, meeting more people around the world that does music.
Amazing, amazing to hear. And then I remember that we sang
Yeah,
for
you
that as well.
yeah, you actually helped me as well. And it was very fun because I think that's the power of music that sometimes we forget. Music breaks boundaries, it breaks languages. It's amazing because yeah, you for example, maybe if I didn't speak English and you didn't speak English, I know we would be able to play a song together just by reading the music. Because
True.
it's also another language. So music is another language and it's a universal language which joins us together. So I think that's the power of this kind of campaigns. It joins people together and it shows that we are all kind of like the same, which is cool.
Right? We are just human beings having
Exactly.
the
Yeah. And
same
music,
heart.
I always think as a musician as well, music is what can bring us together since medieval times. I believe music has been a reason for people to gather together and do stuff together, and it just joins people all the time. So yeah, that's very cool.
Thank you. Thank you for the answer.
No worries.
Um, okay, so what would be the potential impact that you and your music could make to the world?
Wow, that's a powerful question. I mean, if I could do a simple thing as changing someone's life or perspective about life, it would be more than enough for me. I think if I can change or bring a smile to someone, and I think I've been able and lucky enough to do that sometimes, to bring a smile into a children's face or my grandparents' face, that would be the impact that I want to put here in the world, to be honest. Of course, I think we all have this dream of being superstars worldwide, and it would be amazing to do that. But if you can do little impacts on people that are important to you, I think that's the first steps, and that's the most important part of it.
Thank you.
No worries.
And then can I ask, what's your goal as an artist?
Yes. So my goal as an artist is to live with music. So I've been able to pay my rents and pay my bills and live with music and earn good money to just live with that, but also to create amazing music worldwide. So I would like my music to be listened not only in Spanish, because I sing in Spanish, but also in Japan, also in Thailand, also in Germany, with my native language. It would be really cool to be one of the few artists that sing in Spanish that would be listened worldwide. I think that would be an amazing goal.
That would be so cool.
Would be cool.
Anything you would like to promote?
At the moment, no. I came to the UK to study a master's degree, and I started working here in London. So I haven't been able to do much in the music aspect. I've been teaching in a few schools around the UK for a bit, but I haven't done any releases or anything. But yeah, you can look for me as Martin Galeas in YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, wherever, and you can see the stuff that I've done before. I've launched single songs as well. I've done campaigns as this one I talked about before of Ecuadorian music with people around the world, which is very cool. I tend to do covers with other musicians around the world as well, different songs and stuff. So yeah, you can check out my social media and platforms.
By typing your name, or do you have a specific song that
Probably, yeah. I mean, I would say most relevant song is called Dame, which is Dame, which means give me in Spanish. And yeah, just putting my name, I think you would be able just to put my name, Martin Galeas, you would be able to find more stuff.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the space.